You're listening to the Smash Bros. Cast, episode 74. I'm your host, N64 Josh, my co-host and sparring partner, Nightcrawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
It is going well. It is going well. We actually played some Smash this week, so that's good. That's good.
We did play Smash.
All right. Well, hey, before we get into it, guys, if you want to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/SBC. Pick up something awesome like Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. Guys, the chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. Go to n64josh.com/OP Seat to automatically save $10 at checkout. And if you'd like to help support the content that I create, you can go to patreon.com/n64josh. With that, we're going to move into the announcements. All right, well, hey, the Smash Bros. Cast tournament is this weekend. That means you got to sign up. n64josh.com/smash tournament. Crawler, are you able to make this one? Hopefully.
Yeah, I should be able to be in chat and commentating.
Nice. Very good. So that's happening this week. Remember, you got to be checked in around 4 p.m. That's the kind of the 4 p.m., 4:30. That's the kind of the window there, and should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. So make sure you sign up, guys. Remember, winner gets first place $20 eShop card. Second is a 10, and third is a 5. Okay, so it's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. So as far as tournament news, I think it was kind of a slow weekend. I tried to do a little bit of research. I didn't see much, but this coming weekend we have Prime Saga coming up, April 13th and 14th. So be on the lookout for that. And we will be discussing that next Monday after it all goes down. See who. Yeah.
So if you guys aren't familiar, there are a few different sagas that happen. There's Hyrule Saga and Prime Saga. I don't be a Fire Emblem one as well, but it's pretty much the organizer's goal is to reach out to prominent players of that franchise. So for this one, it's going to be Metroid players. So Zero Suit Samus, Dark Samus, Ridley. Now Ridley's the new addition there. So they're kind of reaching out to those kind of players. And if you've kind of been tracking it at all, they're working on like funding different players so they can come out to California. I think this one's in California. And so they've tried to finance some of those players so they can be there. And it's kind of just the prominent feature of that one is they want to have those characters there. So then there is Hyrule Saga, like we were saying. So there'll be Zelda and Sheik and all the links and all that kind of stuff. Ganondorf. So look for those coming up later. But then also I believe this week, I think at the end of the week or coming up like right now, I'm not sure, it might be right now. Super Smash Con registration, I believe, goes live. So you can look for that. I think that's August 8th through 11th or 12th, I believe. So if you're looking to go, I think that's in Virginia or Maryland area. So if you're living out there or looking to go there, that registration is going live here soon or now by the time you're listening to this.
There you go. Right on. Well, hey, we're gonna get to our news, which is more just like rumors, but we're, fingers crossed. All right, so there was a leak. Possible Nintendo Direct happening on the 11th. That would bring Joker news and 3.0 news, which kind of makes sense. I think we're all ready. I think we're definitely ready, right?
Yeah, we're almost a third through the month, so time's a ticking, and it's like Reggie's send off. It'd be good.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. The other thing, remember back at the Smash Direct where they talked about actually using the app?
Did they?
Yes.
It did get an update. I saw that last night? I think it got an update. I don't know if mine auto updated or not, but
I don't know, but I'm kind of wondering like what like
What, are we supposed to have arena chat? Arena chat works, right? I guess we don't use it. We use Discord.
No, the chat works. I've invited people to the Discord. Like we've we've talked.
So
but
it works just like Mario Kart, where it just pops up that somebody's in chat or whatever.
yeah,
You have to like when you make your arena, you have to allow it.
you
right?
have to allow that. Yeah, but they also talked about other things. Like they talked about the app
like
doing
stat tracking, maybe
something like that. I don't remember. It's been so long ago, but they mentioned it actually doing like right now. You open that app and you see Splatoon 2.
So you're talking like the November pre-launch?
Yeah, we'll look it up after the show.
We'll have to pull it up.
We will find we'll find out what it is. But there was more to it. It was almost like I want to say there may have been something like sending messages. You know,
that'd make it easy for people to send hate to Leah.
But like I said, I can't remember everything. But there was more to the app, and we've not heard anything. So
Papa Lasers, I like that. If I could spectate on my phone through the app, that would be awesome. That would be really cool.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. So, but yeah, we don't. I mean, all I remember is that they talked about it, and it was like I remember everybody was like, "Oh, finally, another game gets to use the app," and then crickets, just to ghost town.
And I mean, there's decent amount of stats to track in the app for Splatoon, but now that Mario Kart's in there, I wish there was like some stats you could track. I haven't clicked on it. Are there any stats you can track in Mario Kart
on the app?
Yeah,
there's nothing for the app. There's only Splatoon.
So how does that work then when in Mario Kart?
All you do is just go into your voice. That's it. You just hit
That's all it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Splatoon, you have actual like you can shop, you can like there's things
you can see what's in the stores.
Yeah,
the
salmon run.
Guns and, yeah. And your last like 50 matches or something like that, you can see your wins, losses, and points earned and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the best way. When the Discord was really involved. I mean, hopefully here in 2 weeks when there's that 48-hour Splatfest, maybe we'll start seeing some more people posting stats. But there'd be back and forth between the teams showing the win-losses for the last like 20, 30 matches. And that's a good spot to go get that so you can take a quick screenshot and not have to do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it'd be good if Smash is good with their stats. They are kind of buried into different categories and stuff and all within that sub-menu there, but they are there. So if they can make it easily accessible, so like if you're talking to somebody, yeah, you can bring your Switch with you, but if you can have it, I always have my phone, and if you're talking to somebody about the stats you have or something like that, you can just pull it up easily. That would be nice.
I agree. So this 3.0 update could be pretty significant. I don't know how much we'll be using everything, but who knows? Even if you could set up and just send an invite, right? Like, again, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a numbered update, and we got a decent amount right before Genesis last time with all the character balances, and it was good. Everyone kind of got buffed and very few nerfs, so hopefully that kind of maybe happens again, and we just raise the bar again, and everyone kind of hopefully gets back on a better playing field.
Buff Corrin. Buff Corrin.
Buff Sheik. I heard Sheik kind of needs some help.
Yeah. Sheik and Corrin, and maybe Duck Hunt. Maybe Duck Hunt needs a little bit of love. And then
I kind of had fun with I just hopped in like 1 or 2 matches with Duck Hunt, but I kind of had fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I hope there's no major nerfs of unless if it's King Dedede, they could definitely nerf King Dedede all the way into the ground. Like, just, all the way into the ground. Oh, Patrick Murphy's in here. Did you see that? Man, I didn't. So, yeah, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed next Monday we'll be talking about Joker and his stage and his moveset and the kind of,
If it happens, we'll do a short one talking about it sometime this week.
Yeah, maybe we can figure something out. So, so that's kind of it as far as Smash news. I did see a really funny meme. I have to mention I was surfing the Smash Bros Ultimate subreddit, and it showed a volume slider like in the options menu, and it just had PK Fire. You could take the volume down to 0. So, I'm all about that. I'm all about that. That PK Fire can just
we found out Palatena does pretty well against Ness this weekend.
That's true. So yeah, we're gonna jump into our talking points. All right, so both of us have cut back how much we've been playing Smash, right? Mario Kart has kind of taken over my streams for the most part. It seemed like, and I mean, I was watching the Smash streams and the Mario Kart streams there's just more people, and so
more active people can be engaged right away as well, which is good
for sure. And so that doesn't mean we're not going to do Smash on the stream anymore. It's just I'm trying to figure out the best way to incorporate it again. And so one of the things that I'm going to be doing is on Sunday mornings, not every Sunday, but like I'm gonna shoot for this Sunday. Stay tuned in the Discord. I was gonna do it this last week, but it was just kind of short notice. And the thing that's tough with Discord, and I don't blame anybody, but if you have the Discord muted, it's really tough to if you guys are like, as far as what I do in the Discord, I just mute every channel except the ones that I'm going to be engaged in the most. Those are the ones that I keep otherwise my battery on my phone and my watch just dies. So
if you ever want to get a hold of Josh, you got to add him,
or hit me up in the main chat. Yeah. That's the two main.
But if you also have Discord muted, a good way to keep on top of what Josh is doing when he's doing it is make sure you have push notifications turned on for your Twitch on your phone, and then you'll see it. Hopefully, sometimes mine doesn't linger very long on my phone, but that's a good way. If you're up and active doing something on your phone and you see that pop up, you can at least hop in and see what the stream title is or what he's doing. You can hop in and ask real quick, and if it's going to be something Smash related or something coming up that you think you want to hang out and do or start playing with, you can be involved that way.
So Patrick Murphy in chat says, I'm going to do my offstage inhales after church. Based on the fact that you do the offstage inhales, I never would have guessed you went to church. Just
and those down tilt taunts or the crouch taunts as well.
You need to ask forgiveness for those inhales, those offstage inhales. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So what I want to do on Sundays though is I want to open it up to beginners. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the stream, and it's going to kind of be like what we've talked about doing, like Smash School, except I really want it to be focused on beginners. Okay, like if you're kind of new to the game, you're just getting started, and I want to be able to run a match with you. And Crawler may be in and out on this stuff too. It just depends on what's going on with his kids and everything. But I want to run a match. Take your questions. I don't know that I'm going to even necessarily record this and make it for content on YouTube. We're just going to kind of see how it goes, because sometimes people's microphones are really, really hard to deal with and that kind of stuff.
We've also struggled to have it be great, lingering, interesting content as well.
Exactly. And so
it's beneficial for you as the player and sometimes other people watching, but sometimes it's hard to go back and watch it and get something out of it.
Right. So this is really for you guys though. I want you guys, like, because I've seen messages. I've seen a handful of people reach out and say like, I need help. I'm brand new to the game. And so and we're going to have a little more, like, we're going to, even today, like in our beginner tips, like we're going to kind of hit the reset a little bit, like we've been doing, and just kind of start going over some of those beginner steps that you can take to start improving your game. But I want to be able to, because I know that there's nothing better when you are like, look, I play musical instruments, different games, things like that. When you have a teacher or somebody that can coach you, you learn so much faster versus just kind of just slugging away at it, right? And so if you can have somebody tell you right away, like, here's what I can spot that you're doing wrong, so that you can fix those things, that can help progress you so quickly, you know? So, and again, I mean, you guys know we're not winning our locals. We're not pros, but we've been playing consistently for about a year. And I think we can add some value to you guys by, especially some beginners to help improve your game. You know, we've tried this before. We had people come in and just end up stomping us. I'm looking at you, Eagle. And, you know, and it was like, well, this is kind of defeating the purpose of trying to. So this is really aimed towards beginners. But I would say if you know the game, come hang out in the chat and add your 2 cents, right? Like, you can help. I want to see people continue to improve and grow. And we can all be a part of that. So, so what we did this last weekend is Saturday night. I was like, okay. First, I messaged Crawler. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I
had just gotten done scaring myself playing Resident Evil 2, so I turned it off, and I was kind of just, I think I was maybe watching Twitch or something like that, but that's all I was doing." Yeah.
So I messaged him and I'm like, "Hey, I want to do." Like, what I messaged it was, I want to do some like legit sparring, right? Like, and so then I got a hold of PK Ramy and I got a hold of Mr. Cool Red Luigi, and all 4 of us jumped in the room. What it turned into was some pretty awesome matches with just a really good hangout time. Like, it was like, it felt like just a you know, like a night with the guys or whatever, you know what I mean? That's really what it turned into. And I was like, oh, this is rad. Like, I want to encourage people to do this. Like, get 4 people, jump into a voice chat and just play the game, you know?
As I say, in the internet age, it's about as close as you can get, is just having a hangout time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty close when we didn't have video chat going or anything, just voice, but all just hanging out in an arena and just talking and working, and I mean, just trying to get better, and it was good.
Yeah, we're, you know, throwing a little shade here and there, and like, and even, I mean, but there was some times that it was like, oh, we could call that out or call this out, you know what I mean? Like, we could, it was super beneficial for me. I had a really good time with it. And so I want to encourage you guys, do this kind of thing. Mr. Cool Red Luigi's in chat right now. He says, yeah, it was needed on my end. Like, it really did feel like just hanging out with the guys, you know, like,
well, he needed a break from banging his head against the wall with Corin, because I had challenged him to finish off his Fire Emblem characters in Elite, and that was his last remaining character, and I think he did come through later on Sunday after he said, I think 100. It's crazy that he can count the matches that he's doing with them. He goes into his stats, and it's crazy. I think he did Robin like 30 games or something like that. But wow. Corin, he said 120, I think, and he gets why I dropped her pretty easily.
Buff Corin.
Yep.
Maybe that'll be our next shirt, Buff Corin. So, but yeah, so it was really, really a great time, you know, and I see a lot of people doing similar things in the Discord where but like, just getting into voice chat and like hashing things out. Like, we have, if you're unfamiliar with Discord, we have voice chats available in the Discord that you can just join, right? But then you can have random people jumping in, and if you're cool with that, that's fine. But if you are in the same Discord as somebody, you can shoot them a private message and then get a call going, and you can get a group message going. You just have to add people as friends. So just something to keep in mind. If you add people as friends, you know, so that's what we did. I friended Mr. Cool Red Luigi, I friended PK Ramy, and then we all got into the room and played. And so yeah, and Pitt just put the Discord, n64josh.com/discord if you're not involved or not in there yet. We'd love to have you. So but it was a really good time, right? It was a good time for me to like kind of like just like kind of refocus, and like, you know, I want to get prepped for my next local the next time I go. I think it happened this last weekend. I wasn't able to go because I had a family birthday party to go to. So But I still want to be, even if I'm not streaming Smash all that much, the local scene is where I still want to kind of progress and try to, maybe eventually get out of pools. You know what I mean? That's like, that'd be a huge step. So we'll just see. But I know everybody's wanting to improve. And so if you know some of the people in the Discord that are more advanced players, like, hit them up, hit them up, you can hit us up too. Like, if we can't play, we can't play, but it doesn't hurt to ask. I've had plenty of people. I had somebody message me out of the blue. It was like, it ended up being a younger kid who was like, "Hey, I've heard your show. Can you tell me how I'm doing?" And so it was like 1 a.m. my time, and we just jumped in and played a few matches. And so it's a lot of fun. It's a good time, and just want to encourage people to take advantage of it, because you can improve quite a bit. So, and even if you just do some one-on-ones, just to, jumping in the voice and just kind of really calling stuff out, it really helps. So, I think with that, we're gonna jump on over to our beginner tips here. All right, so I want to talk about a practice regimen, okay? And we talked about this early on the show, because I'm the type of person that, like I said, I want to find out, okay, what is it that I can practice so that I can either jump into the lab or in my, jump into multiplayer match and like a 1v1 and actually work on stuff. Right. Did you attack the game this way, or did you attack it just more like just continually jumping into matches?
Continually jumping into matches. Like, I was kind of relieved to hear that like when we did our Myron interview, that he isn't the biggest lab fan as well. Just I struggle with it to sit there and mess with the percentages on the CPU, or how much they're moving or not moving, or actively attacking or anything like that. And then also, the training room is a cool area, but granted, you can go to any stage you want to in training, and I probably would be better off to do that. But sometimes that training room can be intimidating with how much they're moving around and how much space there is on the walk off and all that kind of stuff. So I've never been a big fan of the lab. But that's also, I'm not opposed to, like, especially in Smash 4, there haven't been a ton of great videos that have come out. I haven't checked IZA in a while. But since Ultimate has been out, there hasn't been like a ton of breakdown videos that are shown like true combos and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of just been stuff that you have to like look at and identify if you're familiar with the character. But like with Smash 4, when we were really getting into it, it was near the end of the life cycle of the game, and there was plenty of videos out there that would break down different moves. So it was something to watch, and then I would just work on implementing that in a game, either against you when we were sparring, or actually in competitive play.
So, like I said, I'm different. I'm more of like, okay, I need to be able to throw 10 back airs in a row. Like short hop back airs, right? Or, I need to make sure that I can get my grab to up throw to up air, up B, right? Like, and those.
I don't like that move.
Right. And so, but I'm the type that likes to go for muscle memory, right? I want to go for that muscle memory. I want to get into the lab. And what I love about the Switch, and I used to do this on the DS, is I'll just take the Switch handheld. Now I know it's not the GameCube controller, but I'm just in training and I'm still basically working out the same. I know your A button and your B button are a little bit different, but like
that's more timing at that point too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And so if you can take the time to get used to playing the Switch handheld, it may free up, depending on maybe I don't know if you got a commute, like where you carpool or something like that, where you can play on the go. Like I did so much training, and then I would even jump into quick play sometimes, or I would jump into an arena, just with a stranger, right? Just jump into a public room, and met some cool people, invite them to the Discord, and you know, it's jumped into voice. It was cool, but like I need to have a practice regimen where it's like, okay, here's what you can do. Like Crawler mentioned, look for your character on YouTube. Okay, find your character. If you can't find a specific breakdown video, watch some pros. What are they doing? How are they? What are they making the character do that you're not doing? Right? What's their play style? How can you implement some of these things? Watch and take notes. Right? Get a notepad out. Get your phone out. Open up the notes and take some notes. Okay. What are my approaches? Okay. What are approaches I can work on? What approaches am I not doing when I look at this, when I look at the pro play? What's my spacing like? What are the combos? You know? And so there were times that I would literally grab, up throw, up air, up B, just over and over and over again, and try to work getting them up to the ceiling. You know, now I've been able to land 8 up airs in a row, followed by a fair. I won't say against who, and you know, it
that was day one, Palatena, day one.
And so
day one,
you're outing yourself.
It's all over YouTube. It's all over YouTube, and it gets posted in Discord all the time.
It's like my most watched video on YouTube.
It's like a train wreck. I can't look away. I have to click on it when you post it too. It's day one Palatena.
But what does it start? Start an infection is the name in chat. That is hilarious. He says he works shift work. He brings pro controller and lab. He says so boring, but it helps, right? And it can be boring, but you start getting that muscle memory down, and your character's going to improve. Now, we've broke this down before. We've talked about this before, but I kind of break Smash down. I like to, anytime I've hit any kind of a problem with anything, I break it down into smaller problems that I can easily solve and then move on to the next step in order to ultimately, you know, figure out the problem. So with Smash, I just had to break it down because when I sat back and looked at the overall, I was overwhelmed, and I'm not going to be able to do this. And it's no, you know what? You can do this. Focus on your grab combos. Focus on your approaches. Start working those things in. Then, you know, so you've got approaches, combos, and I'm just speaking off the cuff, but the next step is you want to get into matches and start working on your neutral game. Right. So once you have a handful of combos down, does that mean you're done with combos? Absolutely not. You've got to keep adding to that list. It's okay, I've got these combos down. Check that one off the list. That's going to be part of my arsenal now. Now I'm going to go and learn a new combo. That's what I will lab. But you want to bounce between lab and just sparring so that you can incorporate those moves into your neutral game. Right. And then, you know, maybe you can find yourself more in advantage state versus being in disadvantage state. And, you know, and I mean, just a quick rundown of neutral. We've talked about it multiple times, but it's literally that, right when you start and you're both in neutral, nobody's at advantage, nobody's at disadvantage. And you win the neutral game by putting your opponent, by putting yourself in advantage and your opponent at disadvantage, right? So heads down in chat says getting good at something isn't fun. It's work, it's dedication, it's friendless nights, it's solitude, it's willpower. Anything else is just showing up and trying. Do or do not. There is no try. So there's not an easy button for this, right? That's one thing to keep in mind. It's it's not it's like anything worth doing. It's like Heads Down said, it's going to take dedication. There's no easy button. It's not like I could sit and tell you oh, you're Mario, do this, this, and this, and you're going to be able to beat anybody. No, it's a fighting game. It's not how this works. You know, your neutral game involves you watching your opponent. What are they doing? How are they reacting to certain things? How are you reacting to certain things? Can you react to the same thing multiple times and bait them into doing it again and then punishing them because they've fallen into your trap.
Yeah, mental chess is how you progress kind of up to the next step. When you have multiple options, you condition them for one thing and then flip the switch and make sure you're staying the one step ahead of them.
And that's something that comes in time. It's not like, because I can already see the messages like, how can I do that right now? You can't. Like, I'm just going to be straight with you. This isn't something that just happens right now. You got to put
it involves understanding almost the entire roster to understand what characters can spike you where and how and when, and how they recover and how you recover, seeing if they understand how you recover. It's all so many different factors that go into understanding what your opponent understands of the game, what you understand of the game, what you understand of the matchups you're playing against, just the characters in general that you're playing against, and then understanding where your character is best in advantage versus disadvantage, all that kind of stuff.
And it's also about adapting on the fly, right? It's something that will come in time. Like, for instance, Crawler switches characters on me. He goes from Corrin to Roy to Mr. Game & Watch, right? My approach with Mario was full hop, fireball, come in with a nair, get a grab, whatever. Well, guess what? If I try that approach on his Game & Watch, he puts his bucket out, catches my fireball, and now when I'm landing, I'm in a
hot oil pool.
Yeah, I'm at a disadvantage, right? And so I had to adapt. Now my fireball comes out just a second before my nair does. And what happens? Like, it leaves you in a state of like, if you try to pull that bucket, my nair is still going to hit you, right? Because it's happened multiple times. You've even told me I hate your fireball now again, right? And so you've got to be able to adjust. Like, I played against someone else that was in chat. Their Game & Watch totally different than playing against your Game & Watch. And I had to, like, what's the move that looks like, it almost looks like a fishnet that kind of, I don't know what it is exactly.
It's a fishbowl. It's neutral air.
Okay. That thing will take, like, I had no approach against it. I was like, okay, that's got priority.
Yeah, I've juggled you quite a bit with that.
Yeah, it takes a ton of priority. So where I was using, like, I might have been using my down air, it doesn't have priority on that thing. So now I got to switch to my nair, right? And so this is the kind of stuff that, like, and people always ask me, why don't you play with more than one character? Because I still have so far to go, right? And it's like this is where I'm having the most fun, trying to master one character. We've done random, that kind of stuff. It's fun. And that does help learning the matchups. Like, this is that's like the next part of my journey, right? Is learning more of those matchups and playing more of those characters. But what has happened is, as I've played the game, I'm able to, on the fly, make adjustments that I need to be able to make to put myself in the advantage state and hopefully take that stock. Old Josh would play and do the same moves over and 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 over again, hoping for a different result. Hope is not going to get you anywhere. You've got to adapt and make those changes. You've got to be able to, sometimes you got to just pump the brakes, watch your opponent. What are they doing? Avoid their attacks, wait for them to make a mistake, hit them, and hit them hard, you know. Which is another thing, like, you've got to be able to, I can remember Mr. Cool Red Luigi is like, why are you going for a jab when you've baited out a move, and instead of throwing a smash attack and finishing him off, or you know, getting a grab and doing, you know, more damage, I was like hitting my jabs because I just wanted to ensure that I was getting some percent at that. And I didn't trust even just the way I threw smash attacks. I was like, nope, it's not. But now I know that I can kind of drag down with my down air and then throw a forward smash or throw an up smash, right? And a lot of times I can get a kill that way.
And that was something Zero talked about, I think, in a breakdown at Treehouse last year at E3 after he won the Invitational. He was talking about just like how he progresses through a match, and 20 or 0 to 30% he's working on racking up damage, and then with like grabs or jab combos, and then he's working on putting them in stage disadvantage from like 30 to 60%, and then after like 60 plus, he's looking to kind of rattle off those kill options, and just working on. It's a progression that he's moving through that dictates what moves he's performing.
Well, and that's what and it's such a great progression because you've got to learn those percents with your character, right? I can up throw with Mario till about 40%, and then after that I need to start down throwing, and here's the tricky part, okay? Mario used to be able to down throw to up air, or I'm sorry, up tilt. That's gone on that's gone on like half the characters, right? You have to lab out and figure out which ones. I'm sure there's a list somebody has made in the Discord or something, but the next combo is down throw, take a step forward for most characters, and then up air. Right? Short hop up air. And then that's how you can keep the combo going. At the edge, which I don't do this enough. I do it in training, but I don't do it live. If I'm on the ledge and I get a grab, down throw to forward smash can be true, and it's a free kill. It's a free kill, and I don't ever do it. So you've got to know for your character what percents, what works. Okay, and this is all just going to happen in time, and having a practice regimen. What are you working on? Because remember, you can go into the lab and put that bot up to 40%, up to 50%, up to 60%, and see what still combos. Like, you may not have a combo. You're like, I can't find anything. Start learning combos. Like, start seeing what works and what you can land and what you can't. Like, it's work, but you put the work in, you're going to see the results. Infection from chat says, I talked to DeBuzz at a tournament. His advice was use friendly matches to get better, not focus on much as winning. And that's totally true. Like, if you can stop mid match and have somebody be like, yo, you've just rolled towards me 4 times in a row, and I've grabbed you every time. Like, you gotta mix it up here. You gotta change it up, to have somebody call out. And you've got to be humble. You have to go in wanting to learn and be humble enough to be like, yeah, okay, you're right. Like, and believe me, I understand the frustration, because you're like, I just want to get back into the fight. I'm an aggressive play style. Well, you're going to get punished. You're going to get punished. You keep rolling like that, you're going to get punished. You keep getting up the same way, you're going to get punished. And so, again, a lot of this comes in time, but like, Crawler and I have both taken somewhat different approaches, right? He just spends time playing matches. I spend time in the lab because I want that muscle memory. I want to be able to get there.
And I will say I've probably taken the most different approach I've taken to a character with Palutena. I haven't played quick play with her yet. It's only been hopping into arenas with you on stream, or you off stream, or other people in the Discord, but it's all been in arenas. I have not pulled that trigger yet to go into quick play, and I'm feeling more confident with her, but like, I've with it being kind of such a different moveset than what I was used to, I wanted to make sure I was comfortable with it and kind of experiencing different matchups, and I feel like I've seen a little bit, so I feel like I might be getting close to doing that. But also, quick play is not a great gauge of how it plays out in competitive Smash, so it could just be completely different as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, take advantage of having people in the Discord to play with to help improve. Spend time with a practice regimen, getting your muscle memory down in the lab if you want to. That's how I chose to attack it. Crawler was different. Find what's going to work best for you, and make it happen. Make it happen. So I do want to let you guys know on n64josh.com there are some guides, some beginner guides for Smash Bros. You can check it out. They're in the Discord as well, in the guides section. There's written guides and video. You can whatever however you like to consume or whatever. That's all there. And things like 5 ways to read your opponent. And they're very basic. They're very basic things, but if you can start implementing those things, they may help you win some matches, So that's going to pretty much do it, I think, for this episode. Crawler, where can people find you?
Well, we've been talking about it all episode, but you guys can come find us in the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. We'll get you the invite, and like I said, there's plenty of people usually talking Smash. We got an LFG room, so that's looking for groups. So if you're looking for somebody to spar against or fight or just get in arenas, you can post in there, and you'll most likely find some matches anywhere between the afternoon hours to the evening hours there. And then you guys can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Nightcrawler724. Nightcrawler is without the E.
There you go, guys. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, all the places. It's at N64Josh. And you can follow this show at Smash Bros. Cast if you would like. The music you're hearing right now is the Metal Melee theme. You can check it out at n64josh.com/Metal Melee. If you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, you can go to audibletrial.com/SBC. The chair I'm sitting in is from OPC. If you go to n64josh.com/OPC, you automatically save $10 at checkout. Guys, within the show notes, there are all kinds of links for all kinds of resources. Whether you want to find your local scene, you're looking just for the Art of Smash, the Izaz's Art of Smash. It's like a 6-7 part series now. It's expanded. There's so much for you to take in and be able to learn that I highly recommend checking it out. And we have links to them there. All right, lots of resources for you guys to be able to get better. So thank you for listening. If you guys take a second, rate and review on iTunes, we would greatly appreciate it. Remember the tournament this Saturday. You got to sign up. n64josh.com/Smash Tournament. See you guys later. Bye now.